Hello everyone, welcome back to the lecture series of ICSE 9th Maths, chapter is Factorization. We were doing the sums from R.S. Agarwal. In the previous video, we completed the first exercise from R.S. Agarwal. Today we are going to continue with the second exercise. My name is Arpita Banerjee and you are watching Arpita Classes. Let's get started. The first question is x square minus 49. Now you can see this is in the form of a square minus b square. We have already seen the identity a square minus b square is what? A plus b into a minus b. So these sums are based on this identity. So from here this you have to convert in the form of a square. So whose square is x square? It's x the whole square. Write it in this form. And 49. Whose square is 49? 7 the whole square. So basically you need to write down the square root of them and then the square root of that number and the square of it. This way you have to take, okay? So we got a square minus b square. The number which is there inside the bracket is your a and this is your b. So what we are going to write is a plus b into a minus b. So x square minus 49 is x plus 7 into x minus 7. Similarly, see this one. This is 25x square. So whose square is 25x square, or what is the square root of 25x square? 25 is 5 square and x square is only x. So it is 5x whole square. So you can understand 5x into 5x will give you 25x square. Or on the other word, the square root of 25x square is 5x. So we will write 5x the whole square minus 64 is 8y the whole square. So now we got my a square minus b square, which would be a plus b into a minus b. So basically you need to identify your a and b. See here, whose square is 100? It's 10. So 10 square minus 9p square. The square root of 9p square is 3p the whole square. So again I got my a and b. So I will be writing a plus b whole into a minus b. Right? Let us see the fourth sum. The fourth question is 80 minus 5a square. I'll just write down few questions. Fifth question is 32x square minus 18y square, and the sixth question is 3x square minus 48x. Now if you can take common from these two terms, first you take common. So we see 80 and 5 both go in 5's table. So I'll take 5 common from here, right? Or you can write down 80 is what? 5 into 16 minus 5a square. So from these two terms 5 is common. So inside the bracket I've got 16 minus a square. Now this is in the form of a square minus b square. So 5 I'll keep on writing. 16, whose square is 16? 4 square minus a square is a the whole square. Keep another bracket since 5 is multiplied by the both the terms, okay? So 5, now it is a square minus b square. So I would write a plus b into a minus b. So these are the factors, okay? Come here, 32 and 18. We have to take common. So I can see 2 is common. Just write down 2 into 16x square is 32x square minus 2 into 9y square is 18y square. So I can take 2 common from both the terms. 2 common. So it's 16x square minus 9y square. Now whose square is 16a square? It is 4x the whole square minus 3y the whole square. Keep this whole thing in another bracket. So this is your a square minus b square. So you will write a plus b into a minus b. So these are the factors. Come to the sixth sum. 3 and 43x square and 48x. We can see, I'm just writing it one more time. 48 I am writing as 3 into 16x. Now see, I can take this would be 3x cube, I guess. Just let me see the question once. Sixth question is 3 x cube it is. Okay, this is x cube. Okay, so now I can take 3x common from both the terms. So if I take 3x common, it will be x square minus 16, right? So again, this is in the form of a square minus b square. So I'll find out my a, which is x, and my b, which is 4, x square minus 4 square. So it will be a plus b into a minus b. Let us see question number 7. x4 minus 81. So what is the square root of x4? It's x square. So it's x square the whole square, and 81 is 9 square. So I got my a square minus b square. So I'll write a plus b into a minus b. Now you can see this is again can be converted into a square minus b square. Okay, so I'll keep on writing this as there is no identity for a square plus b square. For this particular part, a square minus b square, I will write it in the form of a square minus b square, and now I will write a plus b into a minus b. So these are the factors of this particular question. Okay, come to this one. So here you can see 2 is common. First you take 2 common, or you can write one more line, 2 into 16. Now you can take 2 common from here. So it will be x4 minus 16. Now what is the square root of x4? It's x square whole square, and 16 is 4 square. Keep another bracket since 2 is multiplied by both terms. So we are getting x square plus 4 into x square minus 4. Again we see this can be written in the form of a square minus b square. So I'll write x the whole square minus 2 the whole square. So I'm getting here a square minus b square, so it is a plus b into a minus b. Right? Come here, the next sum. From these two I'll take x square common, so I'll get x minus 5 here. Minus here nothing is common, so 1 common, x minus 5. You remember in the previous exercise we had done this way, we had grouped the terms and then we have taken common. So same thing, since I have taken minus sign here common, so this sign will get changed. Again one of the factor is x minus 5 and the other factor here is x square minus 1. See, now this is in the form of a square minus b square. So we will write it as x square minus 1 the whole square. So here it is a plus b into a minus b. Let us see question number 10. 9x plus a whole square minus 4x square. This thing we need to write in the form of a square minus b square. So how, this is already, this part is square, this part is square. I just have to put 9 inside the square. 9 is outside square. So can I write 3 whole into x plus a, this whole thing square? Because 9 is 3 square. So I have written 3 into x plus a, this whole thing is square. So then this is written in this form, minus 2x the whole square. Now you just multiply here, it will be 3x plus 3a the whole square minus 2x the whole square. Now see, it has come in the form of a square minus b square. So I'll write a plus b into a, your a is this whole thing, minus b. Now we can see 3x and 2x are like terms. So 3x plus 2x will give me 5x plus 3a, and a 3x minus 2x will give you x plus 3a. So these are the two factors. Same thing here. This is already in square, this is also in square form. 9 we have to put inside the square, and 9 is 3 square. So I'll write, see, one more thing, I'm just doing it this way. See, I have written 9 as 3 square. Now this is also square, this is also square. We have done indices, so we know a square into b square is ab the whole square. So that property we are using here. 3 whole into b plus 2a the whole square minus 2a the whole square. Now multiply it here, it will be 3b plus 3 into 2, 6a the whole square minus 2a the whole square. Now it has come in the form of a square minus b square. So I will be writing a plus b into a minus b. Just see, this whole part is your a plus b, whole part is your a minus b. So now 3b, 6a and 2a are like terms. So I'll write 3b plus 6a plus 2a is 8a, and here 3b, 6a minus 2a is plus 4a. So these are the factors. Okay, let us see the next question. Question number 12. 3 minus 12 whole into a minus b whole square, and question number 13 is 50a square minus 2 whole into b minus c the whole square. Let us see these two sums. 3 and 12, first we'll take 3 common from here. I'll write one more line. 12 is 3 into 4 a minus b the whole square. Now take 3 common from both terms. If I take 3 common, here 1 remains, minus here 4 whole into a minus b whole square remains. Now 1 can be written as 1 square minus 4, if I put inside the square part, then it will be 2 whole into a minus b the whole square, and this whole thing is inside bracket because 3 is multiplied by both the terms. Okay, so now 3, this is 1 square minus, multiply this will be 2a minus 2b the whole square. Okay, so now I got it in the form of a square minus b square. So it will be a plus b, this is your b, remember this whole thing is your b, and now I'm going to write a minus, when I write a minus b, it will be minus 2a, and minus into minus plus 2b, because if there is a minus sign, then 2a minus 2b, the sign of the second part will get changed. So 1 minus 2a plus 2b. Okay, so the whole thing is this. 3 whole into 1 plus 2a minus 2b whole into 1 minus 2a plus 2b. Okay, come to the next question. This is 50 into 50a square minus 2 whole into b minus c whole square. Again I see 50 and 2 divisible by 2, or I can write one more line, 2 into 25a square minus 2 whole into b minus c whole square. Now you can take 2 common. So if I take 2 common, I get 25a square minus b minus c the whole square. Now keep on writing 2 like this. This will be your 5a the whole square minus b minus c the whole square. So now you got your a and b. So a square minus b square is a plus b. Okay, b is your b minus c. So a plus b, and while you write a minus b, so it will be minus b and minus into minus plus c. The sign will get changed. You just have to remember here, when you write minus b, a minus b, in this case where b has got 2 or 3 terms, the signs will get changed, because it is basically, if I show you one more line, suppose a plus b, this is a plus b, and a minus b. Now when you remove the bracket, you just see this is 5a plus b minus c, nothing is changed over here, but here 5a minus b and minus into minus plus c. So remember, when you write a minus b, if the b contains more than 1 terms, then the signs will get changed. Okay, that is one thing you need to remember. Okay, so let us see the next question, question number 14. Here again you can see 2 and 32, 2 can be taken common. I am writing it one more time. 32 can be written as 2 into 16. Now from both the terms I will take 2 common. Okay, so here I will get x minus 3 whole square minus 16. And now I need to write this in the form of a square minus b square. So x minus 3 whole square, this is your a square, and 16 is 4 square. So I got my a square minus b square. Now I am going to write a plus b into a minus b. Now I can see minus 3 and plus 4 are like terms. So here it will be x plus 1 and here it will be x minus 7. So these are the factors. Come here, 16 sum, I can say b plus c. and this is b plus c whole cube. So b plus c can be taken common. So if I take b plus c common, here I get a square and here I get b plus c the whole square, right? B plus c has been taken common from this term, so only a square remains here, and from here one b plus c is taken common, so b plus c whole square is remaining. And this is again in the form of a square minus b square. So keep on writing b plus c as it is. Here it will be a plus b plus c, and a minus b, it will be minus c. See, this is your a and this is your b. So a plus b and a minus. When you write b, then the sign will get changed. As I mentioned that if the b part contains more than one term, when there is a minus sign, the signs will get changed. Okay. Let us see the next question. Question number 16. Question number 16 is x square minus 1 minus 2a minus a square. Now here you need to group it. X square minus 1, I am grouping it together. Minus, I am taking a common from here. So, sorry. Here, what we will do is x square and put a minus sign and then put all the three terms together inside the bracket. Since I have taken a minus sign common, this will be positive. The sign of 1 will get changed positive. This will become 2a positive and this will become positive a square. Now see, this is your x square. Here it is, I can write 1 as 1 square, okay, and I can write a square as a square. In between I can write 2 into 1 into a. So what did I do? Just check it here. 1 can be written as 1 square, a square can be written as a square, and 2a can be written as 2 into a into 1. Why did I do so? Because here I am getting a square plus 2ab plus b square. So that is, keep on writing this, a square plus 2ab plus b square is your a plus b the whole square. So for doing this, I wrote this thing in this form, a square plus 2ab plus b square, so that I can write a plus b whole square. And now I am getting it in the form of a square minus b square. So now it will be a plus b into a minus b. So these are the two factors. Okay. Let us see the next term. Question number 17 is x square minus y square plus 2yz minus z square. And question number 18 is x square minus y square minus 4xz plus 4z square. So these sums you need to understand by seeing only. See, these three terms will give me one perfect square. How? Let us see. X square is written as it is. I am taking minus common. Since I am taking this minus common and putting all the three terms inside the bracket, all the signs will get changed. So minus y square will become y square, plus 2yz will become minus 2yz, and minus z square will become z square. Okay. Now just check it. This is x square minus. Here it is y whole square and plus z whole square, and in between you have 2 into y into z. Now just check, this is a square minus 2ab plus b square, which is your a minus b the whole square. So I am getting a perfect square from here. I am getting y minus z the whole square. So I got a square minus b square again. So now I am going to write a plus b into a minus b. Don't forget to change the sign when you are writing a minus b if b contains more than one term. So these are the two factors. Come here, this is x square. Again I am taking minus common, so all the three terms signs will change. Y square plus 4xz plus 4z square. Okay, so this will be x whole square minus, this is your y whole square, and this is your 2z the whole square. Okay, so in between you will write 2 into y into 2z. Now just check it whether you get the same thing or not. Here it is 2 2's are 4yz. So this you are getting. So a square plus 2ab plus b square, which is going to give you a plus b the whole square. Again a perfect square. So I am writing here y plus 2z the whole square. So now a square minus b square will give you a plus b into a minus b. Okay. Question number 19 is x square minus 4x plus 4y minus y square. And question number 20 is x minus y minus x square plus y square. Let us see these two sums now. So, suppose if I take, this is x square minus 4x plus 4y, sorry, 4y square means 4y, okay. So, suppose if I take x square minus y square together, I am grouping this and this term, and minus 4x minus 4y together. Okay, I have taken minus sign common, so this will be 4x and this will be 4y. So now x square minus y square can be written as x plus y into x minus y. Minus from here I can take 4 common, so it will be x minus y. Now again from these two terms I can see x minus y is common. So take x minus y common. What remains here is x plus y and here is minus 4. So these are the two factors. Come here. Suppose I take x minus y, I group together, I take a minus common and here it will be x square minus y square. So x minus y minus, this can be written as x plus y into x minus y. Again you see x minus y is common, so take this common, x minus y. What remains from the first term? Nothing. Nothing means 1. And what remains from the second term? X plus y. Now in the next step, just remove the bracket from here. It will be 1 minus x and minus into minus. Minus into plus is minus y. So these are the two factors. Okay. Let us see question number 21. Question number 21 is x whole into x plus z minus y whole into y plus z. And question number 22 is x whole into x minus 2 minus y whole into y minus 2. Okay. So first of all we will remove the bracket, so multiply x square plus xz minus y square minus yz. Now let us take x square minus y square together and plus xz minus yz together. Okay. X square minus y square can be written as x plus y into x minus y. Here I can take plus z common, so I get x minus y. Again from the two terms x minus y is common, so let us take x minus y common. What remains in the first term? X plus y, and from the second term z. So x minus y whole into x plus y plus z are the factors. Same thing, same way we have to do this. First we multiply x square minus 2x minus y square minus y into minus 2 is plus 2y. Now I'll take x square minus y square together and minus 2x plus 2y together. So this can be written as x plus y into x minus y minus, from these two terms I'll take 2 common, so it will be x minus y. Again remember, since I've taken minus common, this sign will get changed. Again from the two terms x minus y can be taken common. So x minus 1 is the common factor, other factor is x plus y, what is remaining from here, minus what remains from here is 2. So these are the two factors. Question number 23, 4x square y minus 9y cube. First of all, we will take y common from here. So it will be 4x square minus 9y square. It's a very easy sum. We can say this is in the form of a square minus b square. So it can be written as 2x square minus 3y square. So I got my a and b. So now I will be writing a plus b into a minus b. Done. See question number 24. Here what I will do is, I will write minus 9x square minus 9x to the power 4 minus. These three terms I will take together because I can see these three terms is giving me a perfect square. So it will x square plus 12x plus 36. The signs are changed because I have taken a minus sign here. So 9x to the power 4 minus, this is your x square and 36 is your 6 square. So I got my a and b. A is x, b is 6. So in between I will write 2a into b and I will check whether it is giving this or not. 6 2s are 12x. Yes, it is giving. So that is a square plus 2ab plus b square is your a plus b the whole square, right? And this can be written as 3x square the whole square. So I got my a square minus b square now. So I'll write a plus b into a minus b. Now I need to see whether this can be again splitted up or not. It can be splitted up by middle term factor or factorizing. So let us see, 6 3s are 9. No, this cannot be split up. So this is the final answer, okay. Come here, this particular question I'll write it, in place of 11 I'll write it as minus 2 and minus 9. 11 is written as minus 2 minus 9. Minus 2 minus 9 gives you 11. I've written this way because these three terms is going to give me a perfect square. See how? This is x square, this is 1 upon x the whole square. This is my a square, this is my b square, and now I'm going to write 2 into a into b. Now just check it. X and x gets cancelled, it gives you minus 2. So minus 2 can be written as in the form of 2ab. And 9 is your 3 square. So this three terms together is giving me x minus 1 upon x the whole square. Why? Because it is a square plus b square minus 2ab, which is your a minus b the whole square, and also you have 3 whole square. Now you say this is in the form of a square minus b square. So you're going to write a plus b into a minus b. Okay, I hope you got the sums nicely. You can pause the video, you can practice along with me and check your answers from here. So today I have done only till 25th question. There are few more questions in this exercise which I am going to cover in the next video. Thank you so much. Stay tuned.